Okay, everybody, check this out. So these ladies from my community, these are black women, they have been deployed to Iran. It says just touchdown in Iran. Well, the war's going on, and here's what they're doing. They're having, I guess, a little touchdown in Iran dance, which I don't understand. There's no music, so I can't play that. Oh, ballerina style, huh? What's there to dance about? What is there to dance about? So check out this clip. This person's name is Nordine Kaswani. And she says, notice how much military propaganda right now centers black women dancing, eating, buying houses. Oh, really now? Eating, buying houses, talking about deployment like a lifestyle upgrade, representation being used to brand empire that oppresses them at home, now using them to sell violence carried out abroad. My issue is in war, you never know what's going to happen. I've seen a young person come back, a young man with a family, come back from war. One lost a leg. Another man, he lost a leg and an arm. That's the physicality. Some people come back here, they seem normal, and mentally they're not. They're not the same. The PTSD. I've known a woman, her husband, it got so bad, she actually filed for divorce. On Saturday mornings, she said it became unbearable. She said he would hear a lawnmower going, the neighbor, and just jump out the bed, hollering incoming, doing all kind of stuff, just jump out the bed. And it got to a point she was just used to it. You would think it's been a fire or someone. It was the lawnmower, the sounds. See, not everybody comes back. Not everybody comes back from war. So the dancing part, I don't get it. It's not like we're going to be the only ones showing up with weapons. And I will tell you, I just don't believe everything that they're saying about this war. As I said before on a prior upload, my first video, I said initially when they were saying, oh, these people, they're no longer alive. I thought, wow, it's a little too soon to, I don't want to say gloat, but it's like you do understand that's the beginning. It's not going to be like, okay, we shoot, and guess what? That's it. That's all, folks. Now let's come on home. No. If you ask me, and I hope they don't consider doing that, the fact that they are considering or made the statement last Friday about they're only going to sell from the Strait of Hormuz using the Chinese yuan. That right there is an attack on the U.S. dollar, in my opinion. Look at the gas prices. That is clearly, to me, an attack on the US dollar. So, what do you see? Someone is also strategizing, not just to fight back, but to also fight against the US dollar. What happened in Venezuela? Sometimes that can maybe swell some people's head. Well, what we did in Venezuela, yeah, you might want to listen to Sun Tzu. You need to know your enemy. This is a totally different culture. Oh, this is a totally different playground. 911, remember that? What did Bush say? You want our attention, you got our attention. Rumsfeld with us, oh, shock and awe. The war went over 10 years, I believe 20 years. That was crazy. Vietnam, how they go? Some of us weren't alive then. Vietnam, another good example. They knew they were sending those men into battle in a war that was deemed not winnable, but kept on sitting up in there. It's not the rich boys going. It's not old Mitch McConnell going up there to get my rifle. You understand? It's pretty much poor people in the economy that are fighting the wars. It's not, and maybe some middle class. It's not the rich boys going. Nah, they would never. They knew. They've done documentaries on this, like, so you knew you couldn't win, but you kept on sending those men in that war. Again, sometimes one win, people think, oh, wow, I'm the winner. Yeah, I really rock. Yeah, you're not the only one rocking. They've got something too. So dancing because you landed there, I think it's inappropriate. It's like, sweetheart, I hope and pray that you all make it home to your families in one piece. And not just physically, but also mentally. A lot of times people go and they're different than when they come back home than what were before. So this here, this is not going to be. I'm sensing another Donald Rumsfeld, a shock and awe. Yeah, 2 weeks can turn into 10, 15, 20 years. Not just the monetary aspect of it, but yet we don't have money to. Oh yeah, that's right. We don't have money for Medicaid, Medicare, and to feed people and house them. Totally got it. They're coming up with a double, in my opinion, double-edged sword, especially if you're saying you will only do trades with oil using the Chinese yuan. The oil prices, this cannot continue. The way the country is going on right now, people can't even afford to survive. This right here is just going to spit up the civilized silent purge. So this, I understand people want to, maybe it's a way to be cheerful. This is a very serious matter. And don't think it can just stop there because guess what? They have things not to, maybe some people don't keep up with it, but we're not safe, as you may think. No, as it doesn't happen over here. So yeah, I just, dancing, we don't even know if you're going to survive or how long you'll be over there. I hope and pray that they do. So I just think sometimes, things are as serious as they are, and just dancing to me is not appropriate. Yeah, I don't even think it's cute. Because guess what? Like that little boy, my dad's gonna go over there and he's gonna show you my dad, my dad. And it was so sad to see. That little boy was so beat up. The dad was showing him, oh, what the guns can do, what we've got, and yada, yada, yada. My dad gonna do this, and my dad. His dad came home, sadly, in a body bag. That boy, I mean, what, 7 or 8 years old? So this is not a joking matter. It's not all funny. It's, to me, it's an entertainment. I just like to be informed. And everybody knows pretty much the culture in this country. They know about the disparities that exist between the rich and the poor, between the races, the culture, the men and the women. There are no surprises. So dancing, because you landed in Iran, again, I'm really feeling Rumsfeld 2.0. Oh, this is going to be a shock and awe. Yep, it sure was a shock and awe. It was a shock that 2 weeks ago, or then upgraded to a couple of months, went from to, a year, 20 years, fighting for what? Remember the last one with, was it Saddam Hussein? And they really captured it, got him and those two sons, those horrible sons. Some of the soldiers were saying, there's nothing. They never did find anything but the loss of life. The loss of life. So, what do you think about it? Maybe I'm just being cool. No, I just don't see it as very wise. Again, it is a very serious issue, and the effects of what happens, how this plays out, it could basically tank society. It could tank life as you know it. Our lifestyle. People can barely afford now just to survive. This right here, add on to it, the gas prices. It's not sustainable. We have reserves for how long? And that can take weeks to really be effective. Oh, it came down from $8 to 7.99. Yeah. But seriously, this here dancing, I don't find it appropriate. Let me know what you all know. Again, I hope they make it back here safely, but it's a serious matter. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share them out.